do what we could do with what we had. They're going to jump that one up again. And if you're not familiar here in the Montaigne Center, it will always be Cardinal fans standing until the first points are scored.
And Dan, in my opinion, the keys to success for Lamar early in this first half is defense. Right there, getting opportunities like that, stopping SFA early, and their offensive set.
Nick Garth, will he start hard early? He does, straight out of the box with the three-pointer. And again, he has been on a tear for the last 3 games. 31 minutes against Corpus, 21 points. 23 points against SFA.
Yeah, Nick Garth is picking up where he left off Wednesday night, knocking down a consecutive three-pointers in that game and knocking down the first three-pointer for Lamar tonight.
Shannon Bogues, the senior out of Killeen, answers. See Lamar going man-to-man. I mean, they had a lot of success with it, certainly, on Wednesday.
The man-to-man defense worked for him very well, especially in the half-court set. He was able to put a lot of pressure on him, and when the ball goes in the corner, Lamar wants to trap the guy with the basketball.
See Bogues, he's quite a mover. He's got a lot of quickness and a whole lot of experience as well. Like he said, he is a senior. You see what I'm talking about. Makes a nice turn move. He steps one way, goes the other.
Excellent opportunity there for Bowes. He was able to separate himself from the defender on that one play in the man-to-man defense. They were able to get enough separation, but it elevated for the jump shot, knocking down the three-pointer.
Nick Garth, I got a feeling he's on today. I mean, I saw him shooting warm-up, and it was like everything was falling. Didn't matter where it was.
He's definitely on, and right now it's the best time for him to start to warm up here in this first half, and especially this time of the year in March.
Neiman gets a free shot, but doesn't cash in on it. Barrett went strong and missed him. How about Jordan Hunter? No, won't go.
It's going to take some time for Jordan Hunter to get going. He got going early, late in the first half for Lamar. Was able to pick up where Nick Garth left off with the three-pointers. Then you had Buster coming off the bench with that much-needed energy.
Yeah.
And they just kind of ran away with it.
It's one of those things when you watch folks, you got to step in front of him. You can't give him a lane because he's just that quick. And again, Jordan Hunter, great story. Played his high school basketball here in Beaumont, went to Ozan High School, a team that played for the 2015 Class 5A championship. Got lots of offers, wound up going to New Mexico, stayed for a couple of years, played 57 games at New Mexico, 13 starts before he finally said, you know what, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going to play for the home crowd.
Excellent block.
And he has really turned into one of the key players for Tick Price. That was an easy giveaway there, though. Suffered a little bit of an issue with leg injuries, cramping the last couple of games.
And right there we saw Kevon Harris get his first deal, and also his field goal on the road. Kevon Harris, we talked about him in the opening. He's a really good scorer. Plays guard/forward at 6'6" out of Georgia, and he's going to try to come in and bring that offensive manpower against Lamar's defense.
I think, the other thing you're going to see happen today is I think you're going to see Josh Nzikor bring it. I think that last game, he felt like, he was out of sorts, never had his opportunities, got in foul trouble early, and I think he wants to show well here in front of the home crowd. We'll see. He always shows well, quite honestly.
Yeah, he's really consistent this season. Josh Nzikor averaging 14 points a game. And again, to me, he's the most athletic big man in the conference that I've seen thus far the last 2 years. Josh Nzikor, if he gets going and his confidence gets high, he likes to play against guys that he can match up size for size with. And when he does that, he plays very aggressive.
Well, he's got one today. Devontae Fitzgerald is another one of those really physical big guys. Number 4, so keep an eye on him. That one won't go for Hunter. Inside, Holmes can't do it. Barrett comes up with it. And we're going to have foul underneath. A couple of subs coming in. Sorrell will come in for Niemanen. And also Otis Walker, the freshman out of Baton Rouge, will check in for Kyle Keller as well.
And so far in the game, where we had an opportunity to observe both teams thus far in this first half, it just seems like Stephen F. Austin wants to get their guards early, going with Bogues and Kevon Harris, whereas Lamar is more trying to establish the big man presence in Josh and Ziegler, like you talked about. Nick Garf has hit a couple of three-pointers for Lamar as well, but they want to get Josh going here in this first half.
Edwin Judy has checked into the game for Lamar, number 14. Outside shot.
Nice.
Bingo. Nice shot for Otis Walker, who just checked into the ball game. That's the way to check in right there.
Yeah, freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Caught Lamar defense sleeping on the backside. Excellent pass there to Walker to be able to knock down that three-point.
B.J. Holmes dishes. There you go. Forceful play by Nzikor with the slam.
And that's what you want to see if you're Coach Price. You want to see your big man slamming the ball home in front of the home fans, as well as getting his confidence back into this game. Josh Nzikor, expect him to have a huge game in front of the home fans.
May have missed it. Lamar Lady Cardinals ramping up at least a clinch of the Southland Conference regular season championship. They played the opening of the doubleheader here in the Montaigne Center, beating the Lady Jacks. It was number 24 against number 21 in the nation. How about that move?
Excellent move there. I talked about his athleticism. Josh Nzikor, the most athletic big man in the conference, was able to front side his man, the defender, but also squeeze right by him and lay it in for the Lamar Cardinals.
SFA coming off a 74-92 loss at Central Arkansas on Wednesday. In fact, they have lost 4 of their last 6 games. Bogues won't go. Had Jordan Hunter in his face. Cardinals have already assured themselves they are going.
There it is.
Nice follow. The Cardinals are going to the postseason tournament. The question is only, what will their seed be?
If they're continue to play like they've been playing here at home, they're going to be very dominant in the conference tournament starting on March 13th in Katy, Texas. You got to like what you see offensively from Coach Price offense. They're starting to spread the ball around, but most important, Dan, they get their big man into the game.
Media timeout taken on the floor, 13:42. At Lamar, he is 249, 201 all time. And when we say all time, you're talking about Dick Price, you're talking about 36 years as a Division I head coach. A lot of time, a lot of different places, of course. McNeese, Memphis, New Orleans, and finally settling here at Lamar.
And he's a really good catch here for Lamar. Does a really good job as far as bringing in local guys and recruiting here in the Golden Triangle area, and also extending it out to Houston, getting some guys from out there, bringing them back to Beaumont.
Kevon Harris misses the first. You saw the substitution there. Jordan Hunter taking a breather. Into the game comes the freshman Davion Buster, 5'10", out of Austin.
It's a freshman sensation for Lamar.
At least he has been the last 4 games.
Yeah,
Prior to that, didn't really get much playing time.
Didn't really know what to expect out of the young man the last couple of games. I mean, before he got red hot against Sam Houston State and carried over to the last couple of home games. And it just felt like Buster has found his groove as far as shooting from the outside. He missed that shot. But once he gets going, his confidence continues to build high. It doesn't look like a freshman on the court, in my opinion.
Well, we talked a little bit, too, about his ball handling skills are also there. He's not just a shooter. He's very comfortable. Nick Garf with the rebound. Foster. It's that thing we talked about. What must it feel like when you're Foster's size and you turn around and your arm is level with the basket?
And that's another guy that's really improved, in my opinion, the last couple of games. Foster, he really had a really good defensive stance Wednesday night, which brought that energy in because Josh Nzikor didn't really get off to a good start offensively, and he got in some foul trouble. But Foster's starting to earn some real much-needed minutes here late in the season because they're going to need that effort there, in my opinion, when they go to Katy.
Wow, I'm telling you, that when Walker came down and his arm went out his shoulder. Ouch. Bogues
Him in the opening game, I said he's the most athletic big man in the conference, averaging 14 points a game. Johnson Zico plays with a lot of motion on his sleeve, and he's a very good player down low for the Lamar Cardinals. If he can continue to get the ball in the pick and roll like that from the guards like Nick Garth, it's going to be a big game for him this afternoon.
Well, you know, it's been one of those up and down seasons for Zecor. You know, I mean, 4 points against SFA, 26 against Nichols, then 9 points against McNeese. So, I mean, it's kind of up and down. Also depends on how they play him, if they front him or not. Off to the races, Bogues. Left-handed, right-handed, misses it, but there's Harris with the follow.
Yeah, good tip in by Kevon Harris. Was at the right place at the right time for Stephen F. Austin in their offense.
Jordan Hunter finds it, takes it, makes it.
I told you, it don't take long for this young man to get warmed up. He's going to continue to shoot that ball and pull the trigger from the three-point line. Good job there by Hunter. Right now, he's 3 for 6, or excuse me, he's 2 for 5 from the three. Coach Keller got to like his team's effort thus far in his first half. They come out with aggressive mindset, stand in the ball game. Even though they're down by 4 points, they did a really good job by spreading the ball around, in my opinion, Dan, to their guards and knocking out some early threes to kind of set the tone in the lead in the first half.
Devontae Fitzgerald, 6'8" senior out of Atlanta. Actually, Devontae Fitzgerald is an interesting case study. It's his 6th year in college basketball.
Wow.
Yeah. He is a graduate player. He played he played at A&M for a couple of years, transferred, sit out, redshirt year. So 6 years playing college basketball, finishing up here at SFA.
You see, he brings a lot of experience. He brings that tick price experience to the table.
Yeah, I would say so. Not quite as much as Tick Price, but
see, it's still much one-on-one basketball right now for Lamar. You see that? That was, to me, that was a bad opportunity offensively in the half-court set. The freshman has to get the ball out the hand and set a screen for somebody else to be able to come open, or, you know, just when in doubt, give it to your big guy down low.
Yeah,
Josh
because
Zico.
Pretty quick it starts looking like schoolyard ball.
Absolutely.
Do you think part of that is just being a freshman?
That too. Lack of experience and not knowing how to run the offense from a point guard position.
Oh, nice basket by Fitzgerald from up top. Well, you also always wonder too, when you watch a freshman come in so many times, you know, they're the star of the show in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You were the #1 guy in your high school team. Then suddenly, it's just like every other sport. You step up to the next level. Everybody was the #1 guy. But you can't get rid of that mentality sometimes when you're playing the game.
And also, when you make it to this level, the pace is a lot quicker when you're a freshman. It takes some time for things to slow down, and you start to understand, you know, the level of play that you need to be at, to be consistent at every time, every afternoon or every night for Lamar Cardinals. So, as you see on the sideline, he's getting coached up by the assistant coach, because it's going to, next year this time, he's going to learn, he's going to reach back into a bag of experience, and he's going to know how to run the offense in a game like this.
Well, and more will be riding on him and a lot of these younger players next year, because you're going to lose, you know, some of these guys. Nick Garth, along with Zecor. How about that high floater? Won't go.
Haven't said Crispin Barrett name a lot today. You know, he's their workhorse. He's the guy that gives up his body, takes the charge, and offensively, he aggressively goes to the basket.
I was going to say you haven't said it because he hasn't been on the floor yet. Kevon Harris, the 6'6" junior from Ellenwood, Georgia.
And you left Kevon Harrison wide open. Well, Kevon Harris was wide open to the point where he knocked down the three-point uncontested. That's a bad defensive play there by Lamar.
Hunter misses, but Barrett gets the offensive foul.
Well, there it is. It seems like Barrett wants to get himself into this game. I'm going to go out on the limb and say he's going to hit the floor at least 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yeah. There should be, you know, maybe some kind of I don't know,
stat?
No, I was going to say maybe we should have, you know, we should put into the pot and just pick a number before. I was going to say pick squares, you know, and see how many times it goes down. But, yeah, an over-under for, you know, number of times that Barrett is on the floor. But, again, all born out of hustle.
Oh, yeah. with good effort too. I mean, it's not like he's just hitting the floor because he likes to do.
No.
He's giving up his body for the team, so he's very, very much a team player. Lamar has to do a better job, in my opinion, Dan, stopping the guards, especially from the three-point position. You can't leave these guys open. Harris, Bogue is knocked down a few jumpers from the outside, and the freshman Walker as well. So if Lamar wants to continue to try to be aggressive in this game and try to extend this lead or get the lead back and extend it more, it starts by stopping Stephen F. Austin guards from the three-point line.
Avery Sullivan, number 5, has checked into the game for Christian Barrett. Brings a little height.
Another 3.
6'8". There it is.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You can't allow the freshman Walker to be open in the corner for a three-pointer if you're Lamar. Defensively, Coach Price got to get on these guys about being able to help out on the backside.
Walker now 2 for 2 from three-point range.
Good move.
Oh, look at that. That's the kind of basketball people expected from Josh Nzikor all year long. And really showed flashes, but today the most consistent that I think we see him play that power forward in some time.
You got to like what you see out of Josh Nzikor right now in this first half. He's bringing his A game into the aggressive play to the basket, slamming the ball home for the Cardinals here in front of the fans. You got to like that.
Well, and Nzikor, I mean, you're a senior. You got to put it up now about that. The miss by Dante Fitzgerald. Quickly back the other way. It's going to be a double dribble against Jordan Foster. So the offensive foul, that'll be his second. Buster will check in. Also, keep an eye on John Como, number 10. He's a local player. He's played his time at Ozan, and we mentioned that's where Jordan Hunter played. John Como and Jordan Hunter from the same team.
Wow.
At Ozan High School.
Former teammates going against each other.
Yeah, he actually played his freshman ball. That's what I was talking about, Fitzgerald. He's pretty athletic as well, no doubt about that.
Yeah, nice up and under move by Fitzgerald. Working the sophomore and Sullivan on the sideline. You got to be, if you're Sullivan, you got to bring and squat a little bit more because Fitzgerald, we talked about him, he has 6 years of experience in this game called basketball.
College basketball.
Yeah, college
basketball. Division I college basketball. Cardinals fighting hard, trying to hang on to the ball. Again, trail by 4, about to hit the 5-minute mark. And Barrett will come back in, and Sullivan will go for the bench. I mentioned Barrett didn't get a whole lot of playing time first half of the season, but then started putting some point production up. 17 points at Nichols and at McNeese, and there you go. Kind of a spark plug.
You got to give credit to Coach Price for recognizing that too, knowing that he had a guy that was starting to warm up and get better each and every game. He recognized it and gave him an opportunity. Well, Christian Barrett earned the opportunity to be a starter for the Cardinals.
The oop miss, but Bogues comes up with it. Walker in the corner, knocks it home. He is on a tear. Walker now has 3 of 3 from three-point land. And with that, Tick Price wants a time.
Contest him majority of this first half, and they're hitting the open shots from Harris to Walker as well as Bogues.
To me, it's interesting, Lamont, how much the three-pointer has evolved and has changed this game, and how dependent so many teams are now on the long ball.
It's a difference maker. I mean, you hit consecutive three-pointers in a row, and you have defensive stops like that, you can break a team back.
I tell you, Bogues is so impressive. You and I have seen him a couple of years now. We saw him last year over in McNeese just take over a game. And like I say, he really can be dazzling at times with just his pure speed. Buster finds his first shot, first range, and knocks down the 3.
And if you're going to hit your first shot, let it be a three-pointer. Davian Buster, the freshman out of Austin, Texas, is starting to find his groove here late in the first half of Lamar Cardinal. Let's see what they can do defensively, stopping Stephen F. Austin.
Well, finally, Bogues misses or SFA in general misses. Nick Garth lets fly, off the mark. Here they go, quickly back the other way. Bogues try to go coast to coast.
If you're Lamar, Dan, you got to stop the basketball right when it comes across the half court. You can't allow him to penetrate the heart of your defense like that, especially with his size is 6'6". Harris is going to use that size and that strength to be able to muscle his way into the basket and draw a foul. You can definitely see here in this replay here, Dan, as he takes the ball coast to coast, you got to stop him at the three-point line. Lamar allowed him to get too far into the defense, which drew the foul.
I'd say there's a slick spot on the floor there, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kevon Harris, like Shannon Bogues, just super quick. Makes good on the first free throw. Some wholesale changes coming up. Bogues will come back in for Walker. Bain will check in as well. And Barrett will take a seat. Tick Price kind of rotating Jordan Foster along with Avery Sullivan with Barrett when he comes out. Whoa, they really better do something about that before somebody gets seriously injured there.
Yeah, that's the second guy that fell in the same location.
Well, it just always amazes me how quickly, these guys just snap back, from going down. Give them about 20 years. Let's see how quick they bounce back. It's just not as easy anymore, is it?
You sound like you're talking from experience.
I'm just saying. Well, Lamar shooting right now 46% from the field. SFA just a tad better at 52%, but the difference being the three-pointers, 7 of 10.
SFA is at 63% at three-point line, whereas Lamar is only 35%.
Saw Nick Garth, again, driving, trying to take advantage of the glass, but he takes a pretty good swat from Devontae Fitzgerald. I think they're going to call the foul on the 7-footer just for proximity. So Nick Garth at the line. Gives him 9 points here in the first half. And Zekor will come back in. Watch Nick Garth drive. Well, okay, the big man was there. So was Fitzgerald, but in the end.
Not a bad performance from the free throw line thus far here in the first half for Lamar. 4 for 5, only 80%. Let's see if they can continue to have that success in the second half, which is going to be huge for him.
It's going to be called for a walk because he sat on top of VJ Holmes.
Smart move there by VJ, being able to be aggressive defensively. You can see in this replay as VJ puts his hands in there, knocked the ball away from Harris, but then Harris sits right on VJ, call for the travel.
I don't know what else you could do. I mean, to me, that's always been one of those fouls. It's like, if you're laying on the ground, how are you traveling? Over Keller again, maybe one of the most animated coaches in the Southland Conference. Fun guy to talk to sit down and talk basketball with.
Wears his emotions on his sleeve a lot.
There's no doubt he is a basketball guy. He loves it, eats it, drinks it, sleeps it. Sullivan with a nice move to the basket there.
Good change up for Sullivan. The fact that they have Josh and Zico in the game gives him free him up a little bit to be able to make one-on-one moves like we saw in that last play, but he executed. Nice job there by the sophomore.
Looking for the big guy inside, takes the outside shot instead. Holmes able to recover it. Nick Garth asking for the screen. Come on out. Look at the big guy.
Someone's open. You got to find him.
There he is. And there it goes.
Nick Garth finds the freshman, and Davian and Buster. Buster knocking out his second three-pointer here in the first half. Excellent job there by Garth to be able to free him up so Buster can knock down the three-pointer.
Well, we mentioned this last time. I mean, it's almost like Buster is the three-point shooter in training.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to step up and, you know, try to take over that spot for Lamar when you graduate, Nick.
Yeah, it's going to be between Jordan Hunter and Buster next year, knocking down three-pointers.
Wow, can't believe it didn't call him over back.
As we can see right now, Lamar goes with the high-low look with the both of their big guys at the top of the key to be able to free up their guards.
Rotation going on. Nick Garth finding Buster wide open, misses that one. But Holmes is there for the rebound.
Good hustle by B.J. Holmes to be able to extend this play here, give him the second opportunity. With less than 20 seconds to go, Lamar should be able to finish up before halftime and knock down a jumper.
You can see Tick Price calling the play from the sideline. Nick Garth takes it, doesn't go. Sullivan throws up a prayer, and it doesn't.
Let's see how that continues in the second half.
So what you're telling me, they got to get in their face. No open looks.
Yeah, no open looks.
Okay.
I mean, you got guys like B.J. Holmes that's standing right in front of us. You got guys like Christian Barrett. You know they are defensive specialist type of guys. You know, because your offense is going to come from Nick Garth and Hunter as well as Josh and Zeke. So let's see how it plays out early on in the second half. Are they going to make those adjustments, or are they going to continue to let Stephen F. Austin take those open shots?
Well, both teams going with their original 5 to open the second half. And Zeke along with Nick Garth. Kicking it out to Jordan Hunter. He can't find anything. Fall away jumper won't go. Both of these teams average better than 70 points a game. Even way outside, he makes it.
Just right on cue. Talked about not giving up the open shot and three-pointer.
Well, you know, how much of that comes from a guy? You don't look for the 6'8" guy to be outside shooting the three-pointer, right?
No, well, I mean, you got to expect anybody can hit the three-pointer at this point if you're Lamar defense.
Nice move to the basket, won't go, but the follow will. B.J. Holmes with a putback. Tell me somebody didn't slide down again down there on the end. That is Nathan Bain, the 6'6" junior out of Freeport. Let's see the replay, because I was looking another adjustment to the chemistry of his team in this 4-point ball game.
Keep your eye on Jordan Hunter right now and watching him warm up his legs. He's starting to, seems like, I'm used to seeing him cramp up at times, but it seems like he's rubbing his legs to try to kick that cramping out before this play starts.
And his assignment is Bogues.
A tough assignment at that.
We talked about how quick the guy is, just keeping up with him. You know, talking about staying in their face. You got to stay up with them. Fitzgerald can't get it. And is that number 2 for Barrett on the floor? I mean, we had that over-under going. Yeah. Not sure. Jordan Hunter kind of looks like you said, like he's kind of favoring his leg a little bit.
Nice look down low.
Nice shot by the big guy too. Kiss it off the glass and make it a 3-point play.
Good high-low there by Lamar Carter, as you can see right there. Players actually leaving the court, but good high-low from Lamar. Christian Barrett finding the big man and Josh and Zeke down low for the layup.
Zeke can't convert the free throw. He's a 59% free throw shooter. And that keeps it a 2-point ball game. Wow, Bogues all but carried the loaf of bread through the middle of the pack there in the lane.
Well, Bogues understands that something's going on with Jordan Hunter right now. I don't know if it's his left leg or his right leg, but he's taking advantage of that opportunity, knowing that he doesn't have two healthy legs, so he's taking advantage of that and aggressively going to the basket against Jordan Hunter.
B.J. Holmes had the open look, didn't take it, gives it to Foster. He misses it. And then Zikor slaps it out, but it's going to be taken by SFA.
And if you're Stephen F. Austin right now, you want to be patient offensively. There's no need for you to rush. With a 4-point lead, continue to aggressively go to the basket.
Kevon Harris almost pulling off the hoop in the harm, but he can't. Holmes blocks him. He'll be called for the foul. That'll be his first. So Harris will go to the line. Harris already this afternoon with 13 points. Shooting 4 of 6 from the field. And is perfect from the free throw line, 4 of 4. We're going to go watch a little video on the sidelines. And the foul will be on. So the point being that it was what they call a common foul. It was not a flagrant foul. So Harris will go to the line. Pretty steady Eddie at the line too, 74% free throw shooter. Hunter kind of limps off, and Damian Buster comes into the game.
Yeah, this has been an ongoing issue with Hunter throughout the season, cramping, as Coach Price is accustomed to it, and it seems like when he does that, he's just bringing Buster, a freshman, to kind of fill his spot.
Good rotation for Lamar, but hard to shake
Nice.
loose. There's Barrett, though, with the easy jam.
Nice
Got
feed.
behind Niemann.
Nice feed there by Nick Garf, catching Stephen F. Austin sleeping defensively, finding Christian Barrett on the backside for the slam dunk.
Oh, my. Josh and Zikor bit the dust there. There's a wet spot on the floor, and then Zikor took a dive. So Tick Price is not happy. He's trying to figure out. You see his disgust.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Little mop action going on here. Try to squeegee it, get it really dry.
Don't know if it's just being humid in here or what.
I don't know either. That's 2 spots, though. We've seen players go down. Zikor stays in the game. Kevon Harris, foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Holmes. That'll be his second. You know, a couple of guys we haven't seen much of, and one of them's coming to the game, Mike Kolawole.
Yeah, haven't seen him at all in the first half. Kolawole is one of the top athletes on this team as far as from a guard standpoint. Don't know why he's decreasing time, playing time, but when he comes in, he brings some much needed energy defensively.
No foul. Nick Garth quickly pushing it back the other way. Damian Buster, nothing but net.
Nice ice cold veins by the freshman and Damian Buster from Austin, Texas. He's stepping up huge with Jordan Hunter on the sideline. Mr. Buster is going to knock down the three-pointer for the Cardinals.
Barrett finds the rebound. We're going to have a foul called. I believe it's going to be against Fitzgerald. That'll be his second, team third. I mean, you got enough experience like Fitzgerald. You know, you talk nice to the referees. Jay, can you explain that to me? Because I'm not sure I understand exactly. You don't accuse them of anything. You don't get mad. You just say, I just don't understand. Explain exactly what it was that I did. you'd be the statesman, the elder statesman. Boy, that one's swatted out of there by Fitzgerald. And the foul called against Nick Garth, and we got some shoving, pushing and shoving going on. Harris in the middle of it.
Yeah, you can see things getting a little chippy there. Christian Barrett comes to the defense of his senior guard, and Nick Garth.
I think he may be sent to the sideline, separating the players. Tick Price talking about it. Fans not happy. And a media timeout is called. We'll take it. They have a common foul. They have 2 tech fouls, and they have an ejection of a, I'm not going to call him a coach. I think it's really a trainer. It looked like they came onto the floor, who has now been ejected from the game. So Garth will shoot his, and then we'll go to the other end, and they'll shoot their tech fouls.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Shannon Bogues on the line. He'll be shooting 1.
Okay, well, he'll be shooting 1. So the good news is no player ejected from the game. So despite the long vacation, Bogues is still warm enough to knock down the free throw, and it's still a 2-point ball game.
Let's see what team adjusts through that from that long timeout break. I mean, just felt like.
And the other thing is, does it stay heated, or do we see these schools team like right there? Harris reaching in, and he'll be called for it. Just how cheeky will it get?
Yeah.
And again, it's more than just coaches. Now you got assistant coaches that are getting pretty heated. So Kolawole is in the game. Edwin Judy is in the game. Five seconds, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody's got to shoot it. Judy shoots it and makes it off the glass. Wow, prayer.
You got to like what you see out of Judy, the 6'7" junior out of Montreal, Canada, knocking down. I guess the bank is open on Saturday afternoon.
Apparently so.
Because Judy knocks down a much-needed 3 for the Cardinals. And played really good defense.
Yeah, he did. And you could hear the fans wanting some foul calls. Not going to get it. Oh, going to be an
offensive foul.
Offensive foul. He did go pretty untethered into the lane there. Just Tick Price. Gucic comes back into the game. The big Serbian, 7-footer. 7 foot, 242. That's pretty lean.
Yeah.
For a 7-footer. A senior. Former member of the Serbian national team.
Nice.
Walker wide open,
nice.
And he has done it all day long.
Nice.
When he gets it, takes it.
Absolutely, Dan. He takes it every time. The freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Walker's found his groove here in the second half, creating space between him and the defender, knocking down the huge three-pointer for Stephen F. Austin.
Interesting, because Nzikor got a nice look and hesitated. You know, earlier in the game, there was no hesitation. He was going strong. That time, he just a 1/10 of a second, and it cost him what he could get the open look, as opposed to being somebody in a body in the way. Misses the free throw. Nzikor now with 15 points on the afternoon. Cardinals going a little full court press.
try to change it up defensively. Maybe they can get a turnover out of this play. There it is. There it is.
Somehow they wind up coming up with it. Nick Garth, bang.
There it is. Nick Garth, the all-time three-point leader, coming up huge for Lamar Cardinals on that play. Off the turnover, give credit to the defense for giving Nick Garth the opportunity to hit that big three-pointer for the Cardinals.
And the miss, but it's going to be a foul against Nick Garth.
Man.
Stopping Devontae Fitzgerald from getting the easy flush.
You can definitely tell the fans and the crowd are into this game right now. Emotions are running high on both sides of the court from Stephen F. Austin as well as Lamar. Give the six-year senior and Fitzgerald a great opportunity to be able to go to the basket and make these free throws.
Rattles it down. Fitzgerald having a big day, 14 points. Not going to get the second one. Oh my. And they're going to call it out of bounds. Lamar, I think, off the hand of Nzikor.
Huge break there for Stephen F. Austin. Even though they missed a free throw, they get the ball back underneath the basket. You got to get up if you're Josh. You got to get up.
Fitzgerald misses again on the slam.
I think Fitzgerald had bad footing. It's still that slick spot on the floor which forced that miss.
Nick Garth misses this time. We're going to have a foul. Grucic is going to be called for it.
The tempo is definitely picked up here in the arena. You can definitely tell fans are into this game. If you're Lamar right now.
I think it's the beads. I think it's the beads.
Oh, the beads, the Mardi Gras beads
have given them the mojo.
But if you're Lamar, you got to settle things down. You can't play sloppy basketball in front of your home fans. Even though the fans are into this game, which they need to be, you got to be able to, if you're Buster point guard position, you got to maintain control and tempo right now in the second half.
Still got 13 minutes left to play in this one. Nzikor back at the free throw line.
Early on in the first half, Lamar did a really good job from the free throw line. I talked about how free throws would be crucial for them in the second half. They're struggling right now, especially Josh and Nzikor.
Otis Walker going to reset the offense. Harris. Kolawole doing what you said. Put the hand in the face. Don't give him the free look. That guy thought about it, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But there again, I think every time he touches it, he thinks about it. Buster with the three-pointer.
Good hustle by Judy.
And also Kolawole diving for it, but it's going to be out on Lamar. Boy, then you know the thing about three-pointers, especially those long perimeter shots, the rebounds are like 20 feet up in the air. You know, it's not like it just kind of dribbles off the iron and falls to whoever's standing underneath the basket. You can position all you want.
Yeah.
You can block out all you want if it's coming out 10 feet away from the basket. Devontae Fitzgerald with a nice move.
Is that a continuation shot?
That's what I'm looking to see. Looks like it is because the foul's going to be against Nzikor.
On one side for Lamar, this 6-game winning streak, and you got Stephen F. Austin still trying to fight to find a way to get down to Katy, Texas in the tournament.
Making sure they get into the conference tournament, absolutely. Fitzgerald with the 1-and-1. This is the first. Judy had good position.
Nice position by Judy there. Judy stepped up big, knocking down a few three-pointers here in the second half, and defensively bringing some energy and much-needed stops for Lamar Carter.
Buster rims it out. It's a good shot, good look.
Not a bad shot at all, in my opinion, Dan. I think sometimes, you know, the first option is not always the best option, but on that last play, it was a good look there for a freshman.
Bogues goes for the basket, goes out of bounds, and has to be helped up. But a stop for Lamar. Talking with the ladies' head coach at Lamar, Robin Harmony, earlier this week, and she said, "I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I don't have a voice." She said, "It's just that time of the season. You know, you finally get to that point
when you lose your
where
voice.
you've just yelled and screamed so much."
Yeah, her voice, it'll come back after April.
Oh, yeah, exactly. In time to go recruiting.
Yeah. It's a long season.
Nathan Bain is back. That's good to see.
Yeah, he went down with that knee injury. Actually left the court.
He did, left the building for a second and came back. And Zecor, struggling with free throws, continues to have his woes at the charity stripe. He is now 1 of 5.
Good rotation there by Stephen F. Alston right now, just rotating their guys, trying to find the lane to the basket.
Bogues going to be short again. This time recovered by Kolawole.
Kolawole has some really solid defense against Bogues on that last one. Bogues was trying to find an open space in the lane, but Kolawole was able to stop him and get the rebound.
Nick Garth has cooled off a bit. Has really not shot a three-pointer. Kolawole thought about it. Went inside to Judy for the jam.
There it is.
Judy with a beauty.
I like that one, Dan. Judy with the beauty. Alley-oop set up by Kolawole.
But that was just good play by Kolawole. Yeah. Good eyes. He penetrated.
Lamar, but they come in with the understanding that, you know, they're team players and they got to fit into Tick's Price program.
Well, and they've also learned some of those life lessons, too, along the way. Like we said, I am not going to be the superstar. And also making a sacrifice, you know, of spending a year where you don't get to play.
Travel.
Going to be a travel? No, away from the ball. Foul away from the ball. Kyle Keller looking to the floor, asking for some clarification from his players. What just happened? Damian Buster wide open. Can't get that one to fall from the corner. He's had some rim outs.
Yeah, Buster's been streaky so far in the second half. Sometimes he hits them, sometimes he don't. Haven't seen Jordan Hunter back in the game after he left midway in the second half with that cramping issue.
Devontae Fitzgerald way up top at the key. Trying to get it out to John Como, the 5'11 junior from Beaumont. Off the fingertips, out of bounds. I'm telling you, even with Kolawole in his face, how did he make that shot?
When you're a shooter, you're a shooter. You can definitely tell Bogues is a shooter. On that last play, finding a little crease in that space, was able to connect with that jumper.
How about that? Judy tries to force it inside. There's nothing there. Comes right back into his hands. He tries it again and gets kicked out of bounds. I'm still trying to figure out how Bogues even got that shot on.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's like he went around his arm to shoot it.
I'm pretty sure the defender as well is trying to figure that out too.
Christian Barrett back into the game. Tries to force it inside to Buster. Bad idea. Como quickly pushing it back the other way. And now Barrett called with a foul.
Barrett trying to sneak in there and try to take a charge. It's too late. Como was able to get right behind him and forced the layup. You see here in this replay here, look at the quickness of Como as Christian Barrett's feet was still not set.
He tried though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He tried to get him set before he got there. That'll be his 4th personal. I got a feeling he'll be coming out.
Judy.
And he will. Judy comes back. Jordan Hunter will come in for Kolawole.
It's good to see Jordan Hunter back. Had the cramping issues early in the second half. Probably one got hydrated in the training room. Now he's back on the
Good
court.
to see you. It was good to see Kolawole back in the game, giving a really solid effort too. Damian Buster. A little miscommunication with Jordan Foster. Somebody's got to pick up Bogues now, and that is the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like they switched to Nick Garth. Nick Garth is checking Bogues right now.
Won't go, and then Zikor picks up the rebound. That is his 6th on the afternoon. Foster looking to get it inside, then Zikor. Turn off the glass. Nice.
Excellent move there by Josh and Zikor, keeping the basketball above his shoulders. Once he got into the paint, was able to finish strong for the Cardinals.
Good battle going on inside. Watch 3 and 11 slugging it out in the lane. Bain outside, not going to make it.
You got to push it. Nice.
Foster can't find a handle. Maybe it's just me, but he still looks like he's maybe favoring one leg or the other.
You're right, Dan. He still is, but you know he's so competitive. He doesn't want to stay on the sideline.
Sure.
And miss out on this game.
Nick Garth going to be called Kyle Keller's team. Como comes out, Walker comes out, Bain will exit. Foster will come in, giving Zikor a bit of a rest.
Quick break for Josh and Zikor, because you know he's going to come in a little bit after close to 3 minutes. Ready to finish
Make that
this game
stretch
off.
run.
Yeah.
And Hunter makes the free throw. Kolawole will come in. Hunter obviously hurting.
But you have to go. I mean, if you're Coach Price, you have to continue to put him back in the game, because you don't want to put, too much pressure on the freshman and Buster.
Bogues drives to the basket. Going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be against, looks like probably against Jordan Foster. And it is. That'll be his first, and that will send them to the bonus. So Kevon Harris. Harris has 15 on the afternoon. That's what Lamar needs if they want to stay in this one. Somebody that, and Zikor will come back in. So will Jordan Foster.
That was quick. I thought Zikor was going to sit out for a little bit.
I think you've got to get him in. I don't think you can take him out for 2 minutes.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. Free throws are going to be huge for both teams. You can see, the guys that you anticipate to make those free throws are not hitting them right now in the second half.
Well, here's the difference. I mean, SFA is now 15 of 20 from the free throw line. Lamar is 8 of 14 from the free throw line. I know it sounds pretty even, but it's when you make them, not how many you make.
And as we can see right now, SFA changes up their defense, go to the 2-3 zone. And Buster takes advantage of it, knocking down the three-pointer. Ties up the game.
Fitzgerald going up against
Nice.
Judy, and he just makes him nice. He's looking for the foul. He wants a three-point play out of that.
Good hard move there by the 6-year senior, and Fitzgerald taking advantage of the one-on-one defense from Judy. Strong and up and over into the basket.
Buster again with the three.
Back-to-back three-points from the freshman. He says, hey, if you want me to take over, Coach, I can do it.
Well, and that's kind of what that looked like. It was like Judy was like, I don't want it. Buster said, no problem.
I'll take it.
Can Bogues answer? He sure can.
And just like
Jumper
that,
from the outside.
And just like that, Dan, things are starting to pick up.
Silences the crowd a little bit, puts them back in their seats.
Nick
Garth, can he take a three?
Oh, yeah.
You betcha. Wide open look. And this is seesaw back and forth.
Talk about the three ball and how is it changing the game. You can just see on the last two possessions how the tempo swings from both teams from the made three-pointers.
Or missed three-pointers.
Yeah.
Under 4 minutes to play. Get a one-point game.
There
Nick
it
Garth
is.
says, you give it to me, I'll take it.
Oh, that was an NBA three there.
I like the way Jordan Hunter did that.
Just cut in front of him.
But turned his back.
Yeah.
In fact, lost 4 of their last 6, but they've looked pretty sharp this afternoon. The Cardinals coming in with 6 consecutive wins, 8 of their last 9. And trying to keep the streak going as we head towards conference tournament.
And I'm going to repeat what I said earlier, Dan. It's going to come down to free throws for both teams. I mean, you see the aggressive play and both teams in the double bonus. Who's going to take advantage of those opportunities and aggressively go to the basket and get the opportunity at the free throw line and make the free throws at that?
Bain makes both of his, swings it back the other way, 73-72. Jordan Hunter back into the ball game. Davian Buster will run it from the top.
Oh.
Can't get the three, but Ezekor is going to be called for the foul of reaching over. Buster made a nice move and just didn't go. Watch this. 1-2. Whoop.
Oh.
Lost you somewhere along the way.
Spill on aisle 3. Clean up.
Really. So Niemann will go to the line. The Big Finn adding to his total. He now has 4. He's got to shoot one more.
Oh.
Misses them both, so
again,
big break for Lamar.
Again, Dan, it's coming down to free throws. Who can make the free throws in the time that they need to make them will win this game. Okay, Damian, I see you. I see you. Young man is stepping up here tonight in front of these fans. He's going to be a sophomore by the time this game is over.
Well, I'm telling you, he certainly has had the advantage of experience over the last 3 or 4 games, but there's experience as well showing up. Fitzgerald not being too rattled by it, just drive the basket and put it up.
Can he do it again? Boom.
Nope.
Oh.
But at what point do you have to say, okay, I know you're feeling it, but at the same time,
Well,
I mean, are you the only game in town?
no, but he has the hot hand. I mean, at this point, you can definitely tell that he's feeling it. That shot, the last one, that just rimmed in and rimmed out, it was not a bad shot. It just didn't go down. But if you're Coach Price, without Jordan Hunter actually being 100% healthy, you give the keys to the car over to Buster. I mean, it's in his hands. If he takes the shot, what you gonna tell him? You say no?
Well, Nick Garth, I can see him talking to everybody.
He needs
frustrated a little bit about what's going on. I'm not sure what the conversation is.
Probably a little bit all of the above, not getting the basketball. You know, he's a senior. He wants to be able to step up here at this time of the game. But that's the tough part about playing basketball. You know, whoever has the ball in the hand controls to dictate the outcome.
Well, this guy is certainly dictated. Shannon Bogues. And Bogues on the afternoon is perfect from the line, 5 for 5. And SFA has retaken the lead. 2 minutes left to play. Nick Garth says, come on out, give me a block here.
Oh.
Edwin Judy takes the three. I think it was really intended for Buster.
Yeah. A couple of times you had an opportunity to get the ball to Josh and Zico, and they missed those opportunities. Well, here we go, Dan. It comes down to this. And guess who hit?
Bogues. And again, now with the stops, it's a 4-point game, and we're at $1:33 left to play.
Missed opportunities by Lamar offensively. Bogues capitalized on his side of the court, knocking down big plays. The senior out of Killeen, Texas, stepping up big for Stephen F. Austin.
And Nick Garth can't get it to fall, but he's going to go to the line.
Out of frustration, Nick Garth drives to the basket. He has not touched the basketball in the last couple sets or made a shot towards the basket. This will be his first attempt at the free throw line in a while.
Certainly has won a couple of games at the free throw line so far this year for Lamar.
And Lamar still is in this game. With this free throw made by Nick Garth, he only one possession now. Well, really, yeah, one possession now.
And now it's a 2-point game.
So the key is, who's checking Bogues? Is it going to be the freshman and Buster, or is it going to be the senior Nick Garth?
Well, we'll find out after. But Shannon Bogues, the man with the ball, leads all scorers with 26.
1 minute remaining.
Good defense.
Good defense. But you know what? He had the open drive.
He had to step on the freshman and Buster. Good help defense there by Josh and Zico and company.
47 seconds left on the clock. Lamar down by 2, so go for the three, or will they try to? Buster can't find anything. Gets it back out to Buster, puts it up, and he makes it.
How huge was that shot there for the freshman? Davion Buster out of Austin, Texas. And you talking about a guy stepped up big for Coach Price's offense tonight. The young man is playing huge for Lamar Cardinal.
Nick Garth says, give it to me. I'll take it. Let them foul me. And they do. I don't have any choice. Shannon Bogues has to jump in front of the moving train.
Man, I'm so impressed. I am so impressed with Davion Buster and that three-pointer. Ice in the veins. You know Nick Garth. That's Nick Garth type of play right there.
It was. And you know what? It looked to me like when he released it, it was a little off. And yet it just kind of caresses over the front edge and slides through.
See here in the replay. Watch Davion. Watch the pass.
Now watch his release, though. Oh, yeah. Kind of kissed the front. Didn't rim out this time.
Never got routed.
Faithful is happy.
Nick Garth can kind of push his lead away, a little bit more, and hopefully seal the game.
Hits every corner and doesn't go down. So as you can imagine, ice him. It's just like in football. Call the timeout.
All game. I am shocked that Coach Price is putting him in the game right now.
I'm thinking defense, huh? Put Easter up on the line, put everybody else back. Don't let Shannon Bogues have the free. 3.
Yeah, and what they're going to do is, as soon as the ball is made by Nick Garf on this play, they're going to probably go with a full court press.
Well, I'm assuming that we might see another quick timeout, too. That one won't go either, so it is a 1-point game. Easter on Bogues. 7 seconds.
It's over.
Oh, Easter gets it. Easter comes up with a defensive play. That's why he put him in.
And the streak stays alive. You can see Coach Price commending his players as he goes to the sideline, get some love from his teammates.
Well, you know, what a play by Easter just to keep Bogues, but everybody collapsed on Bogues, so he really didn't. He ran into a wall. He didn't have much room to operate.
I question why he put Easter in the game. That's the reason why I'm on the sideline doing the broadcast, and Coach Price has been coaching for 28 or 37 years. Because
he also knows his players. He knows that Easter's, you know, young gun, willing to put his body on the line, dive in, get after it.
And that just tells us right there, Dan, how players, just think about that. Easter has not played 1 minute prior to that play.
Right.
And you can see him coming in. Look at the hustle. Look at the work ethic on the floor, fighting for the basketball, which saves his team. It just tells you the program, the guys are really buying into what Coach Price is preaching, and guys are really coming off the bench and bringing much-needed energy and helping the team continue to win the game.
True. And, you know, the other thing is, you know, for Easter, he comes away with this, they win the game. You know, what does that do for his confidence? What does that do for him moving forward?
It shoots up to the moon.
Right. And I'm still important. You know, I still have a role to play. I may not be getting the minutes that I was getting before. Crowd on its feet. They want to see this one sealed. Holmes makes it. So now it is a 2-point game. Look at the intensity from both the SFA fans and the Lamar fans. This has been a good one.
Oh, what was that?
Not even close. Holmes tried to just ease it in. Everybody's in shock, I think, but it's a hit the rim, so it has to go back at the other end, right? You have to go length of the floor.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the replay. Your favorite, Dan?
Yeah, but I'll go with this one because I think they have to confirm. Again, you can't, otherwise it comes out, you get half the distance, you know. This way you've got to at least go the entire length of the floor for 1.2 seconds and the winning shot. What do you do if you're Lamar? You don't play full court, you don't go man-to-man.
You can't let him get the ball. Nick has to get up on the defender. He has to get up on Walker. What is he?
He has to get the shot off. It's no good.